My name is Michelle, and this is beginner guitar. The first thing you want to do is grab your guitar. I like to use a strap so that my guitar stays in place when I'm playing. Then I plug in. Some of you may be playing an acoustic guitar, which doesn't get plugged in. Well, some of them do, but an acoustic guitar is hollow, meaning it's empty on the inside, and the sound will come out of a hole. I'm playing an electric guitar, which has pickups, and the sound travels through my guitar into my cable, and then it goes into my amplifier. Now I'll turn on my amp. After I turn on my amp, I'll grab a pick. A pick is optional when you're just starting, but I like to use it. I like the yellow ones and sometimes the orange ones. Different colors mean different thicknesses. After you've got everything you need, then it's really important to tune, especially when you're playing along with someone else. So first we'll play the low E. Then the A. I already tuned. If you're having a hard time matching the note, it can be helpful to loosen your string, which is called making the pitch lower, and then come back up. That's the D string. Here's the G. B. And the high E. If you didn't get all that, you can just rewind. Okay, now that we're all tuned up, we'll talk about power chords. So power chords are pretty cool. They're very helpful for a lot of rock music, especially punk, which is the kind of music that I like to play. So to make a power chord, you're going to create what's called an octave. An octave is a note, let's say an A, and another A. So you can hear it's like the same note but one's a higher version. To build a power chord, you add the fifth. The fifth just means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have your 1, your 5, and then you use your pinky for the octave. Most of you are going to be using your left hand on the frets. So your fretting hand has fingers, and your fingers have numbers. Your thumb doesn't have a number. 1, 2, 3, 4. So when I say your 1, I'm talking about this finger. So you take your 1 and you'll put it on a fret. I'm using the 5th fret on the low E string. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So I'll put my finger there. I like to keep it a little close to the metal piece there so it doesn't buzz. Make sure you press down. If you don't press down all the way, you might get a buzzing sound. Right? So you make sure you press down. You don't have to, kill your finger or anything. So I'm going to use, again, the 5th fret on the low E, and I'm going to put down my 1. After my 1, I'm going to put down what's called the 5th. And the 5th just means in a musical scale, it's the 5th note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you'll use your 3, your 3rd finger, and put it on the 7th fret on the A string, which is this one. So you'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you can see the 5th fret has a dot on it. Yours probably has one too. The 7th fret will also have a dot on it. It's a really good way to keep track of which fret your fingers are on. They probably also have a dot on the top here. Can you see that? And you'll see those dots at the 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th, and 12th fret. And the 12th fret is what's called an octave, which means it's the same note, but higher. So this is an E, and this is an E. Notice how it sounds the same, just higher. I've got my first finger on the 5th fret on the E string. Then I take my 3rd finger and I put it on the 7th fret on the A string. That gives me this note. So once you've got that note, you'll take your pinky, keep these fingers down, you'll take your pinky and put it on the 7th fret on the next string, which is the D string. Okay, now check this out. That's a power chord. If you're having a little bit of trouble, just try wiggling your fingers around a little bit. Make sure that each finger is pressed down so that you don't get any buzzing. If it is buzzing, you may find that moving your finger a little bit closer to you will help improve the sound. Okay, so let's do that again. 1, 3, 4. The cool thing about power chords is that you can move them around. So let's take this shape and just pick up your fingers a little bit and slide them over 1 fret away from you. Now put them back down and strum again. See, it still sounds good together, but you're playing different notes. So there's a lot you can do with that. Here's an example. You can write a song like that using just power chords. In fact, lots of famous people have done it. If you need to practice, you might just want to keep your power chord in one spot and practice strumming. So again, that's 1, 3, 4. Now just practice strumming. So you'll only hit these first 3 strings. It may seem a little tricky, but it's okay if you hit the other strings. If you want, you can try to let your first finger lay across the other strings and it'll do what's called muting. So they make a little bit of sound, but it's not going to make a note. Maybe you can't strum that fast yet. You can try and see how fast you can strum. Just practice strumming. When you're ready to move, it's okay to stop strumming, then move, put your fingers down, and then strum again. Now go ahead and see how fast you can strum. When I try to strum really fast, I turn my pick sideways. That's just for fun. When you're ready to start moving your chords faster, don't be afraid to mess up. It's okay if at first you take a long time to slide around. That's okay. Maybe you get lost and you mess up. That's okay too. You're learning and you're practicing. Now that we know how to play a power chord, let's learn how to play a song. I'm going to use note names, but I'll also use fret numbers. To start the song, we'll use what's called an F sharp. It's called an F sharp because this is what's called the open E, E. The next note is an F. After an F is an F sharp. So we have the F sharp here, and we'll use our first finger, the 1. And again, the F sharp is the 2nd fret. Now using the same pattern that we used up here, we'll do 1, 3, 4. So you skip over 1 fret when you're putting down your 1, your 3, and your 4. And the 3 and the 4 are next to each other. So hopefully that will help you remember how to make your shape. Now that we've got our F sharp power chord, let's give it a strum. Okay, now we're going to move up to an A. That was the first one that we learned. So we'll go up to the 5th fret. And you just pick up your fingers a little bit and slide them over as fast as you can. It's okay if you mess up. If on the way to the A you mess up, don't stop, just keep going and find your notes and then play them. Okay, let's try playing a song. So we'll start with the F sharp. 1, 3, 4. Then we'll move to the A. That was the first chord that we played. So slide on over there. Now we're going to play an E, but the E is the open string. So where do you put your fingers? So you'll play the open E, and then using the same pattern of skipping a fret, we'll use 0, skip the 1, and then we'll play the second fret. I like to use my second finger and my third finger when I'm playing an open power chord. So it'll sound like this. So it is the same shape of sounds, but it's a different shape with your hand. So let's try going from the A power chord to an open E power chord. 2 and 3. That's not so bad. Now just practice going back and forth. Now maybe go a little faster. Just go as fast as you can. All right, now let's put those together. F sharp, A, E, A. Now we'll do 2 strums of each note. We'll do it very slow. Cool. Now we'll do it a little bit faster. And if you mess up, that's okay. Just keep practicing. Okay, so again, F sharp. Can we even go a little faster? There you go. You learned a song. Okay, now's the fun part. Try and make a little strumming pattern. If you're not ready, that's okay. Just stick with the basic strum. Then when you're ready to move on, maybe you double the speed. Maybe you quadruple the speed. You'll notice that my pick is going up and down. It makes it easier to play faster. Some people just play all down. That works too if you can play fast enough. And then you can mess with different rhythms. If you want to get really complicated, you can add stuff in. So have a little fun. fun with it. Thanks for watching the beginner guitar video. Keep practicing and have fun.